Hi, welcome back to another Gadget Report. Let's talk gadgets. Let's go. Oh, I love talking gadgets. So let's go and talk these gadgets because it's very exciting today. Today, I continue my reviews. It's still a little bit of the aftermath of my trip to Portugal. And um, this episode is particularly exciting for me because I am talking about QANTAS. You all know I've always been a fan of QANTAS, and lately the airline is going through a less positive situation. There's been a lot of scandals, there's been a lot of bad reviews indeed about QANTAS. And that saddens me because it's one of my favorite airlines, always been, and and I was a little concerned when I knew that I was going to have this flight with Qantas. And today I'm here to report about my flight with Qantas. It's my review, my honest review about Qantas. So come with me and let's talk Flying Kangaroo. So let's talk about our Flying Kangaroo. Come with me. As you know, in July I went to Portugal for 4 weeks, and one of the flights that I took was a Qantas flight from Sydney to Singapore, the flight QF1. I know QF1 does not stop at Singapore, it proceeds to London, but I didn't do the full trip, which I'm truly sad about it. I wish I would, but didn't happen that way. My flight was QF1. I did the first leg, Sydney to Singapore. The aircraft was a beautiful A380-800, and the comfort, I found it very comfortable and clean. I got a window seat, my favorite, so I could enjoy the views. I managed to see Uluru and all the red center. It was really cool because it was a day flight, so I had the opportunity of actually spotting a lot of things, and it was a very pleasant flight. There was enough space and leg room, but that's usually the case with the A380. Um, Airlines, obviously, on these aircraft choose to have a little bit more comfort and leg room for passengers. And uh, that was the case with Qantas. Now, service. And unfortunately, a lot of people these days do not have the best experience with Qantas. Being a fan and following Qantas pages, every day I see someone complaining about something that went wrong, bad service, etc., etc. Um, as I said, that saddens me a lot because this is one of my favorite airlines, and even though I was quite upset about what has been happening at Qantas in the past, uh, I would say decade, um, I always wish the best for Qantas, and that's why I include so many videos and articles about Qantas, because I'm always hoping that the airline could thrive and the airline could go and go back to his former glory, because it's a wonderful airline. He still holds the record for the safest airline, never had a crash. So we still have a lot of motives to be proud of our Qantas. And in this flight, I have to say I'm going to give my honest opinion based on what I have experienced on that flight. This was 20 years later, um, because I haven't been on a long haul flight with Qantas for 20 years, so it's quite a few times. And 20 years later, I have to say, I still love Qantas. It's almost like I still call Australia home. I still love Qantas. It was good. It was really good. The crowd, the crew was fantastic. They were really nice, friendly crew. You know that usual Aussie smile. I really enjoy them. Friendly. They kept us fed. They obviously, as they do. And one of the things that I find very important is that they kept looking after the passengers, providing water, asking if we needed something, if we needed water, if everything was fine. Um, this is something that I've always said, that I've always noticed with airlines that I love, like Qantas or British Airways, is that in my experience and in every flight that I have done with this and these two particular airlines, is that constantly you see the crew in the cabin, constantly going back and forth, looking at everyone, making sure everything is fine. If you need something, if you need water, if you need anything, they always looking after passengers. And this was no different in this flight with Qantas in QF1 that I did with Qantas on the 26th of June. So it was very, very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Um, Thank you to the crew. They were very good. It was my daughter's first flight. She was very excited, especially because it was her first flight and she was going to fly the big A380. So she was really, really excited. And Qantas didn't disappoint. She got a little cap with Qantas Flying Kangaroo. So she got a Qantas cap. She's really, really happy about it. She was happy to show it off in Portugal everywhere. And it was a very good experience. I think they really take care of the children. It's nice that that experience for the kids, because it's a memory that she'll have for a very long time. And I think it's a tiny little thing that for Qantas is really, for the company, a little cap is nothing, but for that child, for my child, and for any other child that has the same experience, it's a memory that stays, that they will remember, oh, this was my first flight, it was with Qantas, and they gave me this nice cap. So she will remember that for life, I guess. The food was great. I wasn't expecting anything different, seriously. Even though I was concerned, I've seen a few videos of people complaining about the food in Qantas, that has been gone downhill. That wasn't as good as it was before. Quite frankly, I'm not just gonna say it wasn't for the sake of it. It was good. I enjoyed the food. I enjoyed the experience I had in flight with Qantas. The crew was fantastic. Um, the check-in, both ground crew and cabin crew, both amazing. With when you travel with children and you have to check in things like the car seat, it's on the oversized luggage. We had the help of the ground crew at Sydney Airport. The gentleman, he was really, really nice. He helped us with the boarding passes, and then we showed the chair, and he even offered, oh, do you want me to put a bag on the chair? Maybe it's more protected. So he gave us a bag to get that chair in. No other airline offers that. On the way back, we didn't have the same service. And Qantas, they actually made sure that everything was fine. We dispatched the chair on the oversized luggage. Everything went smoothly. No issues whatsoever. They were very helpful, nice, and boarding was very smooth as well. They separate the passengers by areas. Now a lot of airlines do this, and I think is a very, very effective way of getting passengers uh, in a very short period of time, and in a way that there's no confusion within the cabin, because they get those passengers by areas of the aircraft, so they don't interfere with each other. I think it's really good that airlines are adopting this system, because I think it's a very good one. So boarding was really nice. Um, then when we got there, uh, also nice, smooth landing as always, as you expect from the Flying Kangaroo. So I have absolutely nothing wrong to say about Qantas. And yes, I would definitely fly Qantas again. Um, I know I might be attacked on this video. I may have a lot of people that may have a different experience from me, but I cannot say that my experience with Qantas 20 years later was bad, or that I didn't like it, or anyone was rude, or anything like that. No, that didn't happen at all. I had a very, very good experience with Qantas, and definitely I would fly the Flying Kangaroo again. And I hope the Flying Kangaroo gets back to its olden days of glory, because I really, really love this airline. And that's all for today. I hope you liked my Qantas review. I definitely liked it. I'm very happy that I'm not here giving you a terrible review of Qantas. I was concerned, as I said, because lately I've seen a lot of bad reviews, a lot of things that went wrong, a lot of flight cancellations, a lot of less pleasant things, and I was concerned that 20 years later I would return to a longer haul flight with Qantas, and I would be forced to join that group that will actually give a bad review to Qantas, and that didn't happen. I didn't find it particularly different from my last experience. I found the crew was fantastic. I found everything was nice. Everything was what I expected it to be. So I'm quite pleased that the experience was amazing, and that I actually um, kept my positive vibe about Qantas, and my um, positive opinion about the airline. I really hope this becomes the trend, and more positive reviews, and more positive things for Qantas, because truly, I believe the airline deserves it. I don't think um, just because of one person that causes damage to a company, I don't think the company needs to suffer because of that. And I hope this company can truly recover from all the damage caused by Alan Joyce. And I hope Qantas gets back to what it is, to what it always been, which is our lovely Flying Kangaroo. And if you have any suggestion of any other videos you would like me to talk about, anything that you would like me to talk about, please put a comment below, and I will be happy to talk about it. And of course, put a like on the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell, so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.